Hi everybody, Kevin here, recording from inside my daughter's room again because of the good acoustics in here. Just wanted to check in and say hi to everybody and just share some reassurances and some stories from the outside world as far as the small outside world that I inhabit right now. A few things I want to talk about. One is if you're still really worried about getting COVID-19 and being scared by all the Facebook news and fear mongers out there, just wanted to reassure you guys that if you're kind of just following the advice that people have been giving, you're pretty darn safe. I mean, if you're staying home most of the time, I mean, what are the chances that some random stranger with COVID-19 is going to sneeze in your face? It's pretty much zero. It's still totally fine to go outside and go for a walk as long as you're not walking into a big crowd of people. Totally fine to go to a grocery store as much as, you want to keep some distance from people where you can and you're lining up, don't all bunch together, but people are going to get groceries every day and it's totally fine. Right? But just know that if you're following the rules and avoiding crowded places, staying home most of the time, going out to get groceries, eating healthy, sleeping lots, you basically minimize your risk as much as possible down to practically zero. Also remember, as we talked about in 202 in class, as Megan talked about so well in lab in 101 before we closed down in-person classes, the risk to young healthy individuals like you are very low, right? Even if you do contract COVID-19, most likely you'll just have a week or two of just being crappy sick, kind of like if you had any other flu, then you get over it and be immune after that. So it's not something you need to be worried about for your life. The reason why we're doing so many drastic things to shut down all these gatherings is because we want to slow the spread of it for the sake of everyone else. We want to make sure that the number of people getting sick in any particular week is relatively low, so that those older, more vulnerable people who might need medical attention to ride out the disease have the respirators and equipment and help that they need. But for the rest of us, we're kind of staying home, staying put, staying safe, just keeping away from others to slow the spread for the sake of everyone else, for the good of our society and our the older citizens and that kind of thing. But for you yourself, like if you've been following the advice, staying home, again, when you're out, making sure that you try not to touch your face or hands and that kind of thing, wear your winter gloves if it helps remind you not to poke your eyeballs while you're outside, right? And when you get home, just wash your hands and sing the happy birthday song while you wash thoroughly with soap, as Megan put it so well in labs. Pretend that you're washing away spicy jalapeno peppers from your hands that you've just been cutting, and you want to put contacts in your eyes next. You want to wash about that thoroughly, but once you've washed your hands, you're back home, you're chilling in front of the TV or in front of your computer, you're pretty safe. You can just relax and know that you're at home, nobody's near you is going to give you the disease, and you're doing good for the whole society. So pat yourselves on the back, relax, know that by following the rules, you're doing the best thing for yourself and for everyone else. So that hopefully addresses some of your concerns in terms of your own personal safety. Like the great thing about shutting down schools and everything, besides the fact that you get to sleep in as much as you like now, is that you automatically do things that are going to be doing things that keep you very, very safe and keep as many other people in society safe as possible. All right. So, yeah. So other than that, other things that might be stressing people out right now are things like, did I hoard enough stuff? Do I have enough food? What if they shut down all the stores and that kind of thing? And if you made the mistake as I did of going to Walmart on Sunday night at 11:30 p.m., thinking that it's not going to be as busy if I go just before they close, you might be freaking out because after the crazy week and all those announcements we had last week, obviously over the weekend, people were buying more stuff than people could restock, and Walmart was a bit of a mess on Sunday night. And if you made that mistake, you'd be like, oh my goodness, I don't have enough food to last the apocalypse. So I want to address some of those concerns of supply chain and do you have enough stuff, especially if you're living on your own and you may not have a car or a relative can go grab, a bunch of supplies for you to stock up. So a few concerns that people may have. One is, do I have enough toilet paper? Do I need to start rationing? Like I said, there's no shortage of toilet paper, right? The problem is some people are hoarding, which is why the shelves get cleared too quickly, but they're restocking them as fast as they can all the time and overnight and so forth. Honestly, if you do run out of toilet paper at home, it's not the end of the world. The taps are still running. You can just kind of take a shower after your business and keep a supply of clean towels around and you'll be fine. I don't want to get into details. You are smart biology students. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Lack of toilet paper will not end the world. If you are really desperate, you run out of toilet paper, give me a call. I have four bums in my house and two big-ish packs of toilet paper. Won't last forever. But if you're desperate, I will come and throw a couple rolls at you from a safe distance. Okay. So like I said, there's no need to do kind of toilet paper math of if I have 15 squares per poop and there's this many days and this many bums in my household, what am I gonna run out? I mean, that's not something you need to stress about. They will eventually restock the shelves. People will eventually stop hoarding, and you'll be able to resupply when you need to. And as I said, if you're really desperate, just give me a call. I'm happy to give you a couple of rolls to tide you over. All right. Other things, food, right? Like I said, Sunday night was pretty bleak because a lot of shelves are empty, a lot of bins are empty. But I went out. So this is I'm recording at Wednesday around noon right now. I went out to Superstore around 10:30, 11ish. So like 3-4 hours after they opened up. Parking lot was kind of full, but walking around it wasn't as scary as people show, on Facebook photos and stuff like that of all the empty shelves. I mean, there's plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables, like big bins of red and green grapes. I bought like oranges, 5 pounds of it for 4.50. Not bad. Um, so there's plenty of fruits and vegetables. Prices are pretty normal. Some things are on sale as well. Only things that are hard to get are things like toilet paper. People are still hoarding or freaking out about that, so that was empty. But they were restocking paper towels. About some of that. Other things that were harder to get, Tylenol was harder to get because there's news out there. I'm not sure, it's not 100% confirmed yet from what I can tell, that maybe Advil's not the best thing to take if you are having cold and flu symptoms. So Tylenol is sold out. But again, if you have a bit of a fever, you want to treat it with Tylenol, and you don't have any, and you're worried about not being able to get any, not something to stress about. I have quite a few pills at home. If you need it, I will put some in a bag and toss them at you from a safe distance as well, while maintaining social isolation. It's not social, social distancing. Other things that were hard to get were frozen chicken nuggets that my wife likes to have for breakfast. Unfortunately, they're out of those. But other than that, like there's still fresh fish, fresh meat, fresh vegetable, fresh fruit. There's milk, there's eggs, there's lots and lots of fresh bread. Like the grocery stores are pretty much normal, right? If people were hoarding, they would have hoarded the last 4 hours already, and things are still fine. Lineups were a little long earlier on when I first got to the supermarket, maybe like 4 or 5 shopping carts. But by the time I finished grabbing my stuff and getting to the line, it was maybe 2 or 3 shopping carts deep. So people were quiet, well behaved, polite. Nobody was, wheeling 3 carts full of toilet paper because I guess they're out of toilet paper anyway. So it's not as scary as Facebook makes it sound. Like I would say probably go somewhat during the day, just because some things might sell out by the later in the day because they haven't restocked it yet. But things are being restocked every night. There's plenty of stuff to eat and drink and whatnot in the supermarkets. Now another thing that might be stressing some people out though is like for me, for example, like I haven't stocked up months and months worth of supplies. I bought a little more vegetables, a bit more cheese strings and stuff for my kids than I normally would, just in case I get a cold or something, and or I get a cough, or God forbid I get COVID-19, then I have to stay home for a couple of weeks. That might be a little tough. Maybe we'll run out of some things that we're used to having, but I'm lucky in that one, I have a car, so I can stock up a little more than some of you might be able to. Two, I have family and friends nearby who, if I needed, more milk or coffee or something like that, they could drop some off at my doorstep if I need to. And for some of you, if you are away from your family living here, or an international student, and especially if you're first year, you might not have as many backup social connections around you as you might want. Know that you're not alone, right? If for example you get a cough or a cold or whatever else and you need to stay home, then stay home. If you start to run out of anything, whether it's toilet paper, food, if you want some Tylenol or whatever else, know that you're not alone. I know your family's far away and they're worrying about you, and just I want to tell you, give me a call. I am happy to help. So if you're running out of supplies and you need to self-isolate because you have any sort of symptoms, please follow those rules, because that's just great for the safety of everyone. But you don't need to starve and ration your canned fish at home or anything like that. I'm happy to drop stuff off. That's probably why I went to the supermarket today, was just to see what kinds of non-perishable supplies I could buy and just put aside, so that if there's somebody in need, I can drop off not just some fresh stuff, because there's plenty of that, but some non-perishables too, so that after the fresh stuff runs out, you still have a few days worth of stuff to eat as well, until you feel better, and then you're back in action again. Just some examples of stuff I've bought today. Oh yeah, one thing that's hard to buy also in supermarkets is yummy soup. So like all the chicken soup, all the beef stew, all this stuff that's like high in protein and really yummy is gone. I only managed to get two kinds. I have creamy Thai chicken and rice, which is supposedly spicy, but I'm guessing Campbell's will make things too spicy. So I got like 5 big cans of this. For those of you who are gluten free or vegan or vegetarians, I bought some home style rustic lentil soup. So 5 big cans of that. Got a couple jars of crunchy peanut butter. For those of you who grew up eating smooth as I did, try crunchy. It's actually a lot better. It's a lot better roasty flavor, some texture to it. A couple of kinds of jam, blueberry and raspberry. Got for snacking plenty of granola bars. The almond ones taste better, but they didn't have the big box. This is fruit and nut. These are for my kids. When they don't want to eat vegetables, we give them some fish crackers just to entice them to eat their vegetables. But I bought 3 packs, so if you're desperate and really want fish crackers as a reassuring childhood treat, I'm happy to give some of those up as well. These are yummy. Bought some of that for extras. So like honestly, seriously, I'm not kidding at all. Like if you're having trouble getting food because you need to self-isolate for a while, if you just don't have access to a car to get groceries and stuff like that, if you're just stressed out and feel like you don't have enough supplies at home, know that you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be left starving at home, trying to get by on cereal alone. Just call me. If I can't come over and bring you stuff, then I'll find someone who can. I've got friends in most of the cities and tri-cities and that kind of thing, who can come and help out, because we're all here for each other. Yeah, I even got, since I am a responsible dad, I confiscated all of my kids' Halloween candy, so I got plenty of that left over too as treats as well. So yeah, I don't want you guys to worry that I mean, of course, those of you who have family nearby who can deliver stuff to you and keep you fed if you have to stay home for a couple of weeks for self-isolation, that's great. But I want those of you who might be trying to choose between self-isolating and going out to get food and supplies to know that you can stay home, and we'll help you with that, because that's what's best for everybody. So don't worry, I'm like, I have a bit of a sniffles right now. I'm pretty sure it's just allergies, but we'll keep everything safe in that. I'll wash my hands, leave the grocery bags at a safe distance, like a hostage negotiation, and back away, and you can grab your stuff and wash your hands, and we'll figure it out. I think that's about everything I had on my list. Yeah. So do stay in touch, right? If you're stressing out, if you've read a bunch of news stories and you're freaking out and don't know what to believe or what's going to happen, just give me a call. I mean, I'm paying attention to the news a bit and trying to just find a good balanced understanding of things. That's pretty much it. Sorry, this kind of babbled on quite a while, and it was kind of silly in that I did drag all of these cans and stuff into my daughter's room so I could show them to you, because I'm pretty proud of what I bought. But just stay safe out there, everybody. And just relax when you're at home. Just take this as a staycation, a chance to catch up on Netflix between studying, and a chance to study lots and do really well on your exams. And again, if you have any worries or stresses, or if you need anything, just give me a call, and I'll find someone that can help. My wife also said there's a lot of good kind of volunteer sites out there where people are helping to deliver food to each other. If you have a car and want to get involved, you could do that. If you need anything, that's another place to go as well. But again, if you're stressed, just call me first, and we'll figure it out, and I'll ask my wife what that site is, and we'll get it worked out. All right, so stay safe, everybody. Get lots of sleep, drink lots of water. If you have any symptoms, don't freak out about it, because whether it's COVID-19 or just a cold, you're kind of supposed to do the same thing. Just drink lots of fluids, rest, eat well, and most likely you'll get over it. If you have more severe symptoms, call whoever is supposed to call, right? But we'll get through this together, all right? And yeah, I'll hopefully see you guys soon on campus. We will get back there eventually, just a matter of how long is all. Okay, so until then, take care of each other. Call me if you're stressed out, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. All right, bye.